Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Hope you're all doing well today and you're looking forward to another episode where hopefully we're going to be going back on top of the table. First things first, apologies for the lack of consistency this week and not doing a live stream on Tuesday. And there's not going to be a live stream tonight as well. Nothing for you guys to worry about though, so don't panic or anything like that. We'll still get the videos out for you as much as we possibly can do, which would be good fun. So then, it's been a few days actually since the last episode, which again, I apologise for, but it's just how things transpire sometimes. So you guys were last here, if I remember, for the 4-0 win over MTK and the 2-1 loss to Peripherals. And after that loss to Peripherals, actually, we did lose a little bit of form throughout the rest of February. Things started off pretty well against C03, because again, if I say that name in the right way or way I'm thinking of saying it, I'll definitely be struck down for inappropriate language by the YouTube advertising algorithm and stuff like that. So we'll just call them C03 for now. We beat them 4-0. Eric Farkas and Zoltan Horvath with braces in that game. And we followed up with a 3-0 win in the Hungarian Cup 4th round first leg. We played the youngsters for this game, so that was pretty good. The next 3 games, though, wasn't so great, if I'm honest with you. We had a 0-0 draw with the team bottom of the table, which was absolutely ridiculous, before drawing 1-1 with a 3rd division side in the Cup 4th round second leg, although we won it 4-1 on aggregate, which is fine, and it was the youngsters playing, I suppose, for the most part, so we can't be too cross about that one. However, after that, we had our second league loss of the season, this time to Halades, losing 2-1 there in a game where we just weren't in it at all. Halades were much better than us, and we couldn't do anything. Farkas sent off, Georgievic scored the goal for us, but we still lost it. After that, though, we have been a bit better. We've had 3 games against Budapest Honved, the first one in the league with Georgievic and Byro scoring the goals to make sure we won that game 2-1. We've then played them twice in the Hungarian Cup quarter-final, winning 3-1 on aggregate in total, with Mazdarin and Horvath, Attila Horvath, that is, scoring the goals, and Zoltan Horvath scored a brace very, very, very late on against Diosgior in a 2-1 win, which we didn't really deserve to win, but we did get 3 points in there, which is quite good. Not an awful long left to go in the season. Some big games coming up. Today we've got Újpest and ZTE, and we need to get past both of them if we want to be going back on top of the table. We're 3 points behind Ferencváros, although they've got a game in hand on us, so we have to make sure we keep winning every single game possible and hope that they sort of slip up somewhere along the way. Zoltan Horvath is still scoring plenty of goals, up to 14 for the season. That is, of course, combined with us and his previous team as well. Lenigel still smashing the average ratings, and Sloboda is top of assists too, which is fantastic. And in even more fantastic news, if we have a quick look at the youth development, youth candidates, they're here. The youth intake is here. You love to see it. I've put this up on the Patreon already, so if you guys are on there and you've not got a player yet and you want one of these guys, then let me know. First come, first served over on the Patreon. Link down in the description if you're not already involved. Not the best of intakes this time around. We've got 1 5-star player, a 4.5-star player, and a 4-star player as well, which look pretty good. A few players with 3.5 stars, with 1.5-star current ability, which is okay, but not the best youth intake we've ever had, but it's still pretty decent. We should get some better regens next season, though, or at least fingers crossed, because we have improved our youth recruitment and we have increased our junior coaching as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Also completed a coaching course not that long ago. I'm currently National A license. We might have covered this before, actually. I can't quite remember, but I think I'm studying towards my Continental C license now, which is good. So we're doing really well. This is the manager screen. I'm liking it. It's looking good. We now also speak basic Hungarian, so we're all winners here. Apparently, though, I've done something to upset Advic, who used to be a player for us at Martin. Why does he hate me? Did I just not play him? I didn't really play him, did I? Maybe that's why. Either way, the youth candidates lost 2-0 to the under-19 team in that inter-squad friendly there, which is interesting. So not the best regens coming through. We'll sign the recommended players as per usual and things like that. They'll join the club, which would be great to see. Újpest, though, coming up. We need a big win against them. This then is going to be the lineup for the game against Újpest. We've got Mreza in goal as per usual, who's not actually developing that nicely. 3-star current ability. I think on some reports they say he's 2.5-star level with Kiss. I think what we need to be doing potentially is looking to get a new goalkeeper next season, I think. The back line is made up of Sloboda, Jordanov, Sam Sheltsku is one of our youth intake players from last season, trying to give him a little bit of game time towards the end of the season to help him develop nicely. So he's starting at centre-back today. And then we've got Traore at right-back, who is retiring at the end of the season. So we need to get a new right-back for next season too. Georgievic, Rossili and Lenigel start in that midfield partnership, and they've been playing brilliantly. Absolutely love all of them. Mazdarin and Farkas on the wings, and of course, the young boy, Zoltan Horvath, starts up front. So as kickoff is upon us, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and drop a like on the video. That would be massively, massively appreciated. I know we spoke about doing some bonus episodes this week, but that's a bit of a write-off at the moment, so let's not focus on that too much. But of course, keep following me on Twitch as well. The quicker we get to 1,000 followers, we'll do some bonus episodes when that happens as well, and some long live streams as well, or something like that. So make sure you keep following on Twitch as well, down in the link below. As Lenny Gel, we've had quite a few opportunities and corners early on, but we've not been able to capitalise on them too much yet. Hopefully an opportunity will come our way and we finally take it, as Traore puts the ball into Farkas, who's got so much time and space in the box there to turn around and shoot, but I think was a bit slow in doing so, and in the end, his shot was straight at the keeper, which wasn't brilliant, I've got to say. In the meantime, Ujpest looking to come forward with the ball, and I'm not liking what I'm seeing because they've got it out wide very nicely, very quickly, in behind the defence, and Merez has to make a really good save there. So looking a little bit more at the league table, as you can see, we're still second, as I said, 6 points behind, or 3 points behind Ferencváros, but they've got 2 games in hand, so effectively 6 points. So having a quick look at the league table as well, as we look to come forward with the ball, as Traore puts it into Lenny Gel, into the middle, Mazarin heading over the bar. Quick look at the league table. As you can see, we are 2 points behind Ferencváros as it stands right now because we're drawing, but they do have 2 games in hand of us right now because they're not playing. So essentially, they've got 6, but they're 6 points clear of us, I would imagine. I imagine they're going to win both their games in hand, and I imagine they'll be 6 points clear of us come all the end of this when it's all sorted out. So it's going to be a real challenge to overtake them to win the league title. But on the plus side, we are miles ahead of 3rd place. So I'm thinking we're going to get Champions League football next season. But obviously getting to the group stage of that is a lot harder as well. The lucky thing with it is, though, I think all we have to do is just win 1 game across all qualifying rounds and we'll be at least in the Europa Conference League group stages. Because I think, for example, we win this 2nd qualifying round of the Champions League, so we go into the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League, we lose that, and we go into like the 3rd qualifying round for the Europa League. Say we lost that, we go into the 4th qualifying round of the Europa Conference League, and we'd have to try and win that to then get through into the group stages. That's what I'm thinking, at least. As long as we win a couple games, we've got a great chance of qualifying for at least some European football next season. Right, this is getting a bit ridiculous now. I've not been focusing too much. I've been trying to comprehend how we could possibly get into European football next season. I've not explained it very well, but you kind of understand. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say. 27 shots, though, not a single goal. You hate to see it. Djordjevic, off you go, my friend. We need to bring someone else on for you instead. And it might mean, can Zoltan Horvath go back? No, he can't. Who can play attacking midfield? Mazarin can. Okay, Mazarin, you go there. And Bent Spyro, you go on the wing. Try that out. Let's see what happens there. Let's go very attacking as well. Keep going with this. Come on, lads. I'm very concerned that we've not scored a goal today. Because usually we've been pretty... Well, we started off the season not being able to score goals. Then we got into the rhythm of scoring quite a few goals. But in the past few weeks, we've been a bit unlucky. Or just not taking our chances, really. As Lenny Gel puts the ball into the middle. Someone gets on the end of it. It's a penalty. Okay, which Traore's taking? No. Oh no, Traore's not taking it. I've clicked on the wrong thing there. Who's taking it? Byro's taking it. I wanted Horvath to take it. But it doesn't matter too much as Bent Spyro does manage to put it in the back of the net. He's been very unlucky this season because 13 goals and he's not played that many games, to be fair. He's just been unlucky that Zoltan Horvath came in as a bit of a wonder kid and has sort of taken his place. But Bent Spyro still does a job, so I'd quite like to renew his contract at some point. Unfortunately, Eric Farkas is injured. Again, he's had quite a few injuries this season, which has meant Attila Horvath gets quite a bit of game time. But Eric Farkas is very, very good. So, and he's got an 8.6 rating today. So we need him in the team because he's very, very good. Please don't score a goal right now, Ujpest. We've cleared it. Good. Right, Mazarin on the ball. Let's grab... I should have gone off very attacking by now, shouldn't I? That's not good, is it? Either way, coming forward with the ball, Mazarin into the area. Come on, into the middle. Rossili's there and he's blasted it over the bar, which seems to be the story of what we've been doing today. I've seen loads of shots go over the bar, but it doesn't matter. We have scraped a 1-0 win, and we've got the 3 points. That's the biggest takeaway from this. So, you love to see it. Puskas Academy 1, Ujpest 0. We're back onto 39 points in the league table, just behind Ferencváros, because they've got a better head-to-head record against us. We must have drawn against them. We lost them one time, and we beat them 3-1 and lost 2-1. So why are they ahead of us? Because we've got a better head-to-head record because we scored an extra goal against them. It's because it's not done on head-to-head record at all. It's done on games won. Fair enough. Games won and then goal difference. Well, okay. So they've won 19, we've won 18. Fair enough. They've got 2 games in hand, though, and I fully expect them to go and win those games. So they'll be 6 points clear of us, I'm sure. The reason they've got so many games in hand is because they are doing absolute bits in the Europa Conference League. They're in the second knockout stage of that now, winning against Sporting from Sporting Benfica. What are they called? Sporting what? It's just Sporting what? What are they called? It's not Sporting Porto, I don't think. It's not that. I don't know what I'm... Maybe it's just Sporting. You got Porto, Benfica, maybe it's just Sporting. I'm going a bit crazy. Sporting Lisbon? That doesn't sound right to me either. Maybe it's just Sporting. Either way, Ferencváros are beating them right now, and hopefully we'll go through into the later stages of the Europa Conference League. In the meantime, we've got a week off before we get to this ZTE game, and we need to win in that game, of course. I assume Ferencváros are playing right now on this Sunday, and they are against Budapest Honvéd. Come on, Honvéd. Do us a favour. I know we beat you and crashed you out of the cup very recently, but if you could sort us out by losing 4-0, that would be great. Whilst I think about it, a quick update on the contracts of Zoltan Horvath and Lenny Gel. Of course, they have got the really frustrating agent who loves me. I'm his only favourite person, but he has been known to lord clients at other clubs to ensure he gets the very best deal for both him and his clients, which obviously isn't great. I have discovered that if we sort it by club, he does have a lot of our players on his books, quite a few of them. Unfortunately, a lot of them have got some very good potential. So we could look, because he keeps obviously insisting on having minimum fee release clauses so he can lord his clients at other clubs for cheap fees so he can make a lot more money. That's what I'm getting from this. Thing is, we can't get any of our players to sack him as their agents because none of them are complaining about their contracts. You can only do that if they complain about their contracts. Someone did leave just randomly, but that was like unforced. You can't do that. It was like a youth player, but turned out to have this agent. He left him to go to someone else, but that's very rare that sort of happens. So we are still sort of stuck in the situation with Lenny Gel, offering whatever he wants, and we go to this, and it's gone. The minimum fee release clause is gone. Right. Give him what he wants. Assistant manager. What do you think we should give him? 3.9k, that's not going to be enough. Let's 4.5k. He'll want more than that anyway. He'll want more than that. He's currently on existing contract 3.9k, so he's going to want... Let's put him to 5k. He's worth it. Minimum fee release clause, remove and exclude. We're not having that, lad. Get rid of that. Top division, let's just suggest that. And they've come back 7.5k plus 10% yearly wage rise. If we can move it down to... When does this become real? Oh, no. Okay. We need to adjust the budget massively. Just briefly. Like that. Can we... Oh, we can't do that. Like all the way. All the way. We can offer 5%. But he's on orange. He wants 10%. Okay, we can go another 7k and offer 10%. Suggest that. He's agreed. Right, get him the contract. Get him the contract. Lenny Gel. Oh... Zoltan, can we do the same with him? Zoltan Horvath, offer a new contract. He doesn't want to do one because we offered one recently. That's how I knew that the minimum fee release clauses were still in there. But if Lenny Gel wants that new contract without a minimum fee release clause, we're in the money then. And I know that's very exciting, but all of a sudden we've been brought back down to earth because our goalkeeper is injured for 4 weeks, which you hate to see. Not only because it's our first choice goalkeeper, but because it means that Kiss is going to have to start in goal for 4 weeks. And that is... a fate worse than death. Ferencváros continue in the Europa Conference League after they dispatch of Sporting, but unfortunately, Kaposvár lose 6-0 to Nice. It's really frustrating because obviously these two teams were on par with Ferencváros and were better than Kaposvár, but we just bombed out of our qualification matches because we just weren't good enough for whatever reason. Or that was it. It was the 90th minute, wasn't it? The 90th minute, they snuck past us by scoring the away goal, wasn't it? Which is really frustrating. I really think we could have done fantastic stuff in the Europa Conference League this season if we got there. And here we go. He has signed his new contract. It's a 3.5-year deal. No minimum fee release clause as well. Oh, that is perfect. I don't think we'll ever be able to sell him for £10 million like we did with Tudor Stan, but I think we could definitely get multiple millions pounds for Lenny Gel at some point in the future. Right then, for the game against ZTE, plenty of changes need to be made for suspensions, injuries, things like that. So, Kiss on the pitch, unfortunately, we'll have to do that. Gita's got to come on for Traore, despite also being a little bit injured, but should be okay for this game. Attila Horvath on for Farkas, as that makes sense to me that we do that. Kalmar on the bench. And then we have to take off Sloboda for Gaul because Sloboda's picked up a bit of a knock as well. So we'll just rest him a little bit. Other than that, we'll leave a team as it is, and I think that's going to be good enough to get a result against ZTE. Right then, kickoff is upon us, and I know I'm saying ZTE like an American thing. Like, I should be saying it ZTE, shouldn't I? But I just think ZTE sounds better than ZTE. So far, though, it's been a really drab match. No highlights in the first 35 minutes, only 3 shots between both sides. It's not looking brilliant, is it, out there? What's going on, lads? Let's go a bit more attacking and say get creative out there. We need to do something, surely. Instead, though, it just goes straight to half-time without a single highlight, which you hate to see. Lenny Gel, you've just signed a new contract. We're paying you some big money. I'm expecting you to score some goals, get some assists today. Play your bloody heart out to earn this contract. As Gaul puts the ball into Attila Horvath, who puts that over the bar. The Horvath brothers, who aren't actually brothers, but I like to call them the Horvath brothers, have been combining quite nicely when they do play together. But just not in today's episode, unfortunately. Rossili now onto the ball, who's developed really nicely up to 3-star current ability now. He's done so well, and potentially he's a player we could look to sell for quite a lot of money in the future. You know, sort of Tudor stand style. As Horvath, both of them missed the ball, both of them can't score, and we're still not getting a goal in today's game. Show some passion. Let's go very attacking. Come on, lads. Gaul into Rossili. It's not quite what we wanted as Zabo gets the ball for ZTE. He looks to come forward with it. Into the area. Djordjevic has given away a penalty. And is he going to be sent off because he's already got a yellow card? No. Kiss, come on. Redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. He's not redeemed himself. Unfortunately, at the rate we're going, I don't think we're going to win the league title this season. If we lose this game, will effectively be 9 points behind Ferencváros, which you hate to see. Mazarin, off you come. You played terribly. Kalmar, on you go. Djordjevic has to... Okay, we'll take him off for Siresh, which I've been saying Kriesh, but it's been pointed out to me it's actually Siresh, because the I is... I'm saying it wrong, basically. Anyway, we'll swap these guys around, have 2 strikers, just bloody go for it. Let's get creative out there. Get creative out there. Show me what you guys can do. We've got 15 minutes to make an impact here, boys. 15 minutes to change the world. Are we going to do it? No, is the answer to that one. We lose it 1-0. 1 shot on target for ZTE. I mean, that is why we don't play Kiss. Oh, it's just bringing back so many bad memories. And you know what's even worse now I think about it? Obviously, last season, the reason we hate Kiss is because last season he conceded 5 goals in the semi-final of the Hungarian Cup from 5 shots on target. It was really abysmal. Obviously, in his first game today for the club, as he's got to play because we've got none of the goalkeepers, whilst first choice is injured, 1 shot on target, he's conceded it. Guess what's coming up very soon? Yes, that's right. Hungarian Cup semi-finals. And I still think for those games, Kiss is going to have to play because I think Moroza is still going to be injured, which you hate to see. Either way, we're going to come back for these games because I think it's quite important to do Újpest, Ferencváros and Újpest. Win this game against Ferencváros, that gives us a lifeline for winning the title this season. Lose it, and I think we have to relinquish hope of winning the title to Ferencváros. Either way, thank you ever so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for another episode. So thanks very much. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.